Hey everyone, this is Disc Junkie, and today I'm back to show you the Grindhouse complete box set from Japan. This is a old DVD release, which is out of print now, and this was in fact a truly incredible gift which I received from my good friend Craig. His name is Emo Thursdays here on YouTube, so I'll leave a link for his channel in the underbar. And this is a release which has been quite famed for being the best version to get, at least up until this point. You know, prior to the movies recently being released on Blu-ray, this was the only version you could buy that actually had the combined extended cut featuring both movies back to back, with the fake trailers between the two movies. And this used to be the only release where you could actually watch the movie in that format, in the intended back-to-back version. Nowadays, the Blu-ray version coming out in the US does actually have the complete cut, so to speak. However, this is still very much a collectible because, it's definitely the best kind of packaging, and I'm guessing, it'll be quite a while before we see something this beautiful done for these films. You can also check out the spine here. So as you can see, very coherent design. The slipcase is actually really nice. I really like the edges. There's no slit here nor here, which is really unusual for a slipcase box. But basically here you have one piece of paper which runs all the way across. So they basically had one long sheet of paper, and then they just folded it together and they cut the bottom and the top and sort of folded it over. So that's kind of an unusual technique, but it really makes for a great spine, which is completely free of slits, so you don't have that whole sort of gap that can appear after a while. So yeah, I really like the design, even though this is not as luxurious and sturdy as you would expect from a Japanese box set. It's still a really nice slipcase, and inside we get this really bizarre digipack thing. Here is the front cover. I'm not totally crazy about this, and I think this is the cover that is used for the interior of the US release coming out. The only thing I don't really like is probably the top here with sort of the fire and stuff. It just feels really, photoshopped and put in there. But the whole theater thing, I think that's a pretty good design. Here we got the back cover. I don't know what to say. Works really, really well, I think. Then we're gonna start folding this up. And as you can see, the artwork on this is very much in the same style as the movies. It feels very much like retro artwork. So I'm really happy that they went with this all the way, just like the sort of design for the films in general. Here are a couple of Japanese promo flyers. Nothing too special, just basically promotional stuff for other releases. Here is also a I don't know what they call it. Anyway, this is just a paper wraparound, and they commonly have these on Japanese boxes, Japanese editions. So this just, basically goes around the outer box. When it came sealed, it had that on it. And you also have like a more typical, classic back cover. And then, as you can see here, all these, you can see little scratch marks and stuff. That's just part of the design to make it look very banged up and beaten. And it is in fact a really high quality box set. Really, really like this. And now I'm gonna show you why this is a little bit difficult to show. Might not seem like it's a big deal, but here we actually have 3 individual fold-outs like that. And this is a very unique choice, I think. And I haven't really seen this design in particular for any other movies anywhere. You got 2 discs for Planet Terror, obviously in red. Then you got 2 discs for Death Proof in yellow. And then you got 2 extra discs, one of which carries the extended complete cut with both movies together. And the other one, I think, is another bonus disc. I don't really recall what's on it, but I will provide a link in the underbar, which leads to my website where you can get the full specs for this release. So feel free to check that out. And the discs actually come out of this really simply. I haven't seen this particular style of disc hub before, but I gotta say I'm quite surprised at how easy it is to access the discs. And check out the background artwork here. It's so old school and just wonderfully presented. Yeah, a little bit difficult to show, but I think you get the general idea of what it looks like. So yeah, truly awesome. And you know, I just love this design. I would love to see more of this. I mean, this is pretty obvious, but just to show you, these are regular DVDs, but they sort of look like old vinyl discs, sort of like the EP format, I guess. So I think that's just really nice. They aren't actually ruffled. They are actually flat, even though it looks like ruffled. I don't know if you can make that out, but yeah, just incredibly well chosen. And the whole vinyl design goes so well together with the movie, you know, sort of like the old Grindhouse era. It's just so great when designers take the time to actually make a box set this coherent and so, you know, so very much in touch with the movies themselves. So I just think that's amazing. And also, I don't know if this came across earlier, but the Digipack here, or Digipack-esque packaging, notice that each of these sort of, you know, basic plates, there's no plastic here, but you do have this really thick cardboard cutout. As you can tell, you got, you know, two layers. There's one really flat and, you know, kind of thin, to be honest, for a base, but then you got this wonderfully thick cardboard piece, which, I don't know, the whole style and material of it, it sort of feels like sort of, you know, that sort of environmental crap that I'm sometimes bashing on, you know, sort of like the recycle kind of cardboard. But in this case, it really makes a difference, and it actually comes off as a great choice, because, you know, the printing is really detailed, the overall design is great. Even if the material feels very old and sort of, I don't know what you would say, yeah, very much recycled almost, it's just done with such high quality and attention to detail that, you know, it works, and it actually makes for a case that it even feels better in a sense, because once again it just goes so perfectly together with the retro feeling of the movie and the sort of old, battered, sort of somewhat damaged cover design. So yeah, I'm just breathless that Craig sent this to me. And if you have second thoughts, or if you feel like, you know, you want to get the Blu-ray, by all means do. But if you want to get the best packaging, this will probably be the best choice to go for a long time. But that's it from me today. I really hope you enjoyed this review, and I'll see you all next time.